Hello, Magi here, and today we got some exciting news. So if you're looking at the screen right now, I'm announcing Touhou Fan Game Jam 4. So this was already announced beforehand, I think about a week ago probably. I just kinda was holding it off until I had some more free time. So let's discuss the Fan Game Jam. So if this is your first time hearing about this, in terms of the fan games in general, it's pretty much where for a certain amount of period of days, so let's say 3 days, right? People or groups of people will be making games in that allotted time based on a theme. So the last theme we did was life and death, and you know, that was fun. A lot of games revolved around it, and then a lot of it was dealing with Yomu, Komachi, Yuyuko, because they are mainly characters that deal with death, but they also can be more creative and deal with other characters with still the same theme. You get it? So I'll be giving you guys a breakdown of what it's saying right here, and just a little tips and tricks. Well, actually I have nothing to offer that, but I'll just like I'll just talk about that. I'll throw whatever information on the description and you'll be good to go. Okay, so as of right now, as of this recording, there's about 24 days 23 hours left. So yeah, roughly about 24 days. This should be up on the same day as I'm recording it, so just to let you guys know. So just to give a quick summary, so Touhou Project is a series of 2D democracy games. Yeah, we get that part. You know, we make a lot of fucking games. There you go. And then we've hosted the Game Jam 3 times, and each event has put up fantastic submissions. Just for those not aware, I have played every single jam since the first one, and I've covered every single game that was possible, because sometimes the game just doesn't work on my end, so I can't cover that. So, but I have covered every single game. I have a playlist for the first Fan Game Jam, second and third one. So yeah, if you wanted to participate, there is a Discord server. It'll be posted right here, so you guys can click on it. You guys can join it. In that server, you guys can ask to join teams or whatever, and you can go from there. And it's like I said, it's Game Hub Dub, where you can discuss and show off fan games. Yep, chat channels as well. I don't really, well, to be fair, I barely do much in Discord. I only chill in my guild's Discord channel, and wow, that's pretty much the only one I'm really active in. So anyway, let's see. So it's also, I keep forgetting it's a contest, just because I usually just play and give my thoughts about it. I don't really do the judging. So yeah, it's a contest. Participants are given a theme, like I was talking about. The last theme was life and death. So work off and given a brief period of time, a couple of days, to create a game from scratch. All skill levels and expertise are welcome, and members can work either in teams or individually to submit a game by the deadline. That's what I said. That's why the server to talk to people, or you want to get a team together and work on it, because it's pretty tough to make a game by itself. I don't make games. I just fucking play it. I record it. I do my job. I do my duty to give you guys the what's up for them. So these guys could get more people to try it as best as I can. Yeah. So anyway. After the contest is done, anyone interested can play the submitted games and vote what they think is best, which is what happens. After period voting, a winner will be announced. Yep. There's a lot of categories for overall best gameplay, best concepts, best visuals, best audio, most challenging, best writing, and whatnot. So I have talked about the least concept. Like sometimes when I'm playing it, I will mention like this game really works well with its concept, and it's really good to do. So as always, the theme is to be determined. So what happens usually with these fan game jams is that the theme will be announced on the day of the jam. So that way, if they were to announce it here, people will have 24 days to set things up and pretty much just get everything set up. While once they announce it on the day it's happening, you know, everyone's on an even playing playing field. So that way, no one has any unfair advantages. At least that's what my assumptions are. Okay, so these are the rules. All created content must follow Zood's guidelines according to derivative content of Touhou. Most important, this includes not using assets from official Touhou games. I've covered this a few times, actually maybe probably first time or a few times when I'm talking about these fan game jams. But yeah, you can't rip or straight up copy anything from the official game, so like sound, sprites, that kind of shit. You can use spell cards, like, you know, names probably, but you can't straight up steal the things in the code or whatever. That's my assumption anyway. You may steal and modify assets from other sources only if you're allowed to use them non-commercially. All assets for your game must be made during the jam period. This includes some generic assets such as code libraries. you've written before or are public collections, but nothing specifically serving your game jam should be made beforehand. You know, obviously code is sometimes you just make it beforehand and can just use it again. That's fine from what I'm understanding. Just don't go too crazy. Your entry must be based off the Touhou universe to some degree. Yes, it's gotta be that. Sometimes it deviated a little bit, but it's still Touhou, like the Yuto Ichika one. While I was focusing on her, it still dealt with the Touhou universe, so just the note. Entry must be free to play at the time of submission. Yes, sometimes they have options to pay, like donate whatever you feel like, from what I remember sometimes, but all the time the games are free at first, or at least free, and then you can donate if you feel like it. Keep it safe for work, obviously, just, you know, because not everybody is plus 18, plus I gotta record it, so I gotta make sure this is YouTube safe, you know. You can work a team as an individual, that's already discussed already. If at a later date you want to expand upon your game style, you do at your own risk and should abide by Zoom's guidelines. Yeah, that's reasonable. If you think your game is really hot damn and you want to make it cooler, you know, as long as you follow Zoom's rules beforehand, you're good to go. Make what you will of that and you're free to go. How to participate in some of the games. To participate, simply create an itch.io account and hit the big join button up top, I believe right here, or at the website. And then what else is it? You can do so at any point before or during the jam. Once the jam starts, you can submit your game at any point before the deadline using the submit button. The website will then walk you through the process of submitting your game. Yeah, there's a lot of well, at least when I'm downloading, there's a lot of different variations there depending on how the game is created. So yeah, have fun with that. FAQs, obviously. What kind of game can I make? Any game, any kind you want, as long as it's a fan game of Touhou. The sky's the limit. You can make a game that's gameplay oriented or story oriented. You can go simple art or complex visuals. Whatever floats your creative boat, as long as it's in the allotted time, obviously. How does my game relate to Touhou? As a fan game, your game is expected to borrow from the intellectual property of, you know, Touhou, meaning you should be including characters, locations, or anything else from the official Touhou universe in your game. But do not steal assets, I already covered that. You're not restricted to only character, location, etc. from Touhou, but must be included and generally be the focus of your game setting and events. Your game does not need to be based off any gameplay from Touhou games that make themselves. Making a bullet hell game is perfectly acceptable, but by no means mandatory. You can create whatever type of game you think would be fun to play or fun to make. Yeah, that's an important thing to know. It's not being bullet. If anything, that's the least amount type of game I've seen in the fan game jam. You rarely see bullet hells for it, but that's probably because the theme doesn't really mesh well with the bullet hell, from my understanding, because a lot of them are a little more vague, and bullet hell doesn't really cover it too well, I would say. So it's a good thing it's not always bullet hell, because honestly I would get bored real fast if every single one of them was bullet hell. So yeah, just make the whole thing yourself. Nope, that's a given. If you don't want to work alone, you can form teams with anyone you please and take any job that suits your style. However, the game you must submit must be entirely made by your team within the period, like I mentioned. Picking a team with similar time zones, sleep schedules, so all of you can at least be around the same time. That's a pretty good tip. Pick a team that is in the same time zone or in sleep schedule, so it's a lot easier to communicate, because especially when you're making the jam and you have that specific time period, you want to be able to communicate quickly so you can get shit done. Can I join multiple teams? Why not? Voting will be on the game submission, not participants, so you'll technically increase your chance of being on a winning team if you offer your talents to multiple games. Just keep in mind that of course it means extra work, and it's all for fun anyway, so no need to overexert yourself. I'm new to this. What can I use to make a game? You have lots of options on how to make a game, even if you're a total beginner. Game engines can make it super easy to make something playable and fun. Some of them you don't even need to write a line of code. Some popular engines include Unity, Game Maker, RPG Maker, Ren'Py, Touhou, Damaku, Fu, Unreal Engine, and yeah, you can just read all of this yourself. Because I really don't care too much because I'm not making the game, so yeah. Okay, what's the theme going to be? We don't know when the game jam starts. Yep, as I mentioned, the theme will likely be a simple concept or vague term that can be interpreted in many ways. Once it's announced, the brainstorming process begins. You have 3 days to create your own game. Like I mentioned, a lot of time, which will be 3 days. Doesn't make you have to follow the theme. Your game doesn't exactly need to involve the theme to be eligible, but it's highly recommended for the sake of the sport. There will be a category during voting for the best use of theme. Not only that, but the theme is often a diving board for brainstorming ideas at the start of the jam. Since there are so many ideas and so many things you can make in a game, it's nice to have an idea to start with. Restriction breeds creativity. Yeah, it does help a lot because obviously if you have a theme, you can kind of create something around it. If you don't, you'll just do whatever, and it might not be the cleanest game. Just details to make a game. Any advice? Okay, it may seem daunting, but if you manage your time and plans, you know, have fun. You can make something fun. Don't make a giant comprehensive game. Yeah, that makes about right. Like a lot of games are pretty simple, but has a core concept of what we're supposed to do. Nothing too crazy. Some of the most fun ones were just really simple. Physics based. That's like the Yarormyr bouncing one. That was fun. It was really simple. But it doesn't need to be crazy complex like an RPG. But it's just gotta be. It's gotta feel fun. It's gotta feel smooth. Depending on the type of game, it's gotta feel smooth. Controls are sharp, and no complaints there. Like that's my favorite thing. Controls are sharp. It feels good, smooth, and nothing too stupid. And by that I mean like, really controls are so important for me. As long as it controls good, personally, I'm good with it. Focus on the core mechanic parts we're trying to make that as good as you can. Expand upon it. All right, yep. Don't worry about perfecting every little thing. Yes, that's a key thing. There's gonna be a lot of bugs with this shit. I've encountered them, so just do what you can and have fun with it. If you spend half the time polishing a single aspect, you get nothing done. Yep. Just go ham. Don't be too afraid to fix up things that need to be, but don't worry about every single bug. As long as it doesn't break the game, you know? Don't be afraid to change things up midway though. You may find one of the game mechanics way more fun than you thought, so why not focus on that instead? Just make sure you have the time remaining to change things up. Yep. Losing on some sleep is important in game jams, but know that it comes at a price. If you pull an all-nighter the night before the deadline, you could very easily run out of energy before your game is ready to be submitted. Yeah. Just be careful on your sleep and all that. Don't go too crazy, but do what you need to do to finish the game. Alright, and that's all I need to tell about the fan game jam. Now Rainbow Marissas are on the picture. This is a new one because it's usually just the fan game jam itself. So yeah. It looks like that's the DS or something like that. So yeah. I wonder if that's a hint to the possible theme. Who knows? Anyway. But that's pretty much a good summary of it. I'll leave a description to the website below, and then you can go to the page, go to the server, join a team, or work with myself, whatever you want, and start practicing on making games. That way, when you get the fan game jam to happen, you guys are ready to start making something. But yeah, that's my contribution to this. The first part, the second part will be playing the games. What's nice is that every year it gets, actually it's biannual, so every time these fan game jams happen, there's a lot of games, which allows me to make a lot of episodes, so that's always nice. But yeah, like always, this is Magi, and hopefully you guys are ready for this fan game jam 4. I'll see you guys in the next video.